welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhynes, and let's get into this episode. This episode is going to be The Cisco Kid. Original air date, September 24th, 1957, and the title is Cisco Meets Sundance Kid. Hope you enjoy, and again, thanks for listening.
Here's adventure. Here's romance. Here's the famous Robin Hood of the Old West.
Cisco! The sheriff! He is getting closer!
This way, Poncho! Vámonos!
The Cisco Kid!
Do you always buy the small loaf of bread because you have a small family? Then here's something you'll be interested in. When you buy butternut bread, you don't have to worry about the size of the loaf, even if your family number's just 2 or 3. Because with butternut, you can bank on fresh, tender slices right down to the end of the loaf. Butternut, you see, is specially baked to be fresh when you buy it and to stay fresh till you eat it. And furthermore, butternut goes faster, too, because it's so extra good. So next time you shop, don't hesitate. Don't grope over those bread shelves. Don't guess, squeeze, or doubt. Just reach for...
Tut, tut, nothing but butternut bread.
Butternut bread in the blue and white check gingham picture wrapper. See that true-to-life picture of those fresh white slices. And be sure of what you buy before you buy. Buy...
Tut, tut, nothing but butternut bread.
And now the Cisco Kid in our exciting story, Cisco Meets the Sundance Kid. High on a promontory overlooking a vast mesa stands a sentinel rock. From below it seems like any other landmark. But from above it can be seen that it is the entrance to a hidden cavern. During the early days of our West, this was used as a hideout by the infamous Sundance Gang. This outfit was composed of the most vicious rustlers and cutthroats on the frontier. Leader of the desperados was known as the Sundance Kid. As our story opens, he rides at the head of his band of outlaws as they bear down on the sleepy, peaceful town of Cimarron, New Mexico territory.
Nothing better than a quiet Sunday morning to stir up the law-loving gentry of this town, Gib.
Most of them are in that church, Sundance.
Yeah, then we'll rout them out. Whoa, whoa. Come on out of there, you Sunday go-to-meeting polecats.
I'll bring them out of there, Sundance. See that weather vane atop the church?
Yeah, go ahead, Gib.
Watch me make a spin from the bullets of this six-gun.
Now, this is the Sundance Kid. Come out of there, the lot of you. Or do I have to come in and get you?
It's Sunday, mister. There's a church full of decent people in there. Leave them alone.
Burning blue blazers. She sure is a good-looking woman, Sundance.
How come you ain't afeard of me?
Why should I be?
You know who I am?
I heard the people say you're the Sundance Kid. I've heard you don't hesitate to shoot anyone who crosses you.
What's your name?
Milo Normandy.
You're new in town, ain't you?
Got here day before yesterday.
You staying?
I'll be around.
I'll be back to see. Shut up, you pack of hyenas. Me and the boys were going to make a church collection of our own. But since you asked me not to, we won't do it.
But Sundance, you said that...
You crossing me, Kip?
No, I ain't, Sundance.
Like I said, we'll leave because you asked it.
Thanks, Sundance.
I'll be riding back to see you, Milo Normandy. Be here. If you ain't, I'm liable to take a notion to burn the town to the ground. Get up there!
What day is this, Cisco?
It is Sunday, Poncho.
We go to church today?
See, we will. Right here in the town of Cimarron.
Bueno, in Poncho like that.
Hey, Poncho, look. There seems to be trouble down the street.
Now, Cisco, we know somebody in this town?
No, Chico, I do not think so.
Then we go to the church and ride on our way.
But that crowd seems to be stirred with anger, and if they are...
We ride on our way and not get into no trouble.
Looks to me as if that senorita is the center of the argument.
It make no difference if she's a chihuahua. That's a very beautiful senorita, no?
I wonder why that hatchet-faced hombre is threatening her. Ho, Diablo, ho!
We go mix with that crowd and find out.
I thought you wanted to stay out of trouble.
All right, Rafe. You can stop ringing that bell. Now that everyone in town is gathered here, you can judge for yourselves whether I'm right or not.
What do you talk about, Cisco?
Keith, and we'll find out.
This woman, Milo Normandy, is here to reopen the cafe and gambling hall. It's bad enough that we got no law. Why should we encourage this type of lawlessness?
Wait a minute, folks. Hear what I have to say. The Golden Nugget Cafe belonged to my brother. When he was killed, it rightfully became mine. I intend to run it in the same honest way my brother did.
How can you believe her after what we all witnessed with our own eyes? I say she's in with that Sundance gang, and that's how she was able to keep them from shooting up our town.
Come on, Cisco. We're not going to let them treat the senorita that way.
Perhaps we'd better ride on our way and not get into trouble, Poncho.
You make fun of Poncho now.
What do you two strangers want?
We two want you should not talk to the senorita that way, hombre.
And what business is it of yours?
Poncho and Cisco make it their business.
Poncho and Cisco? The Cisco Kid?
Si, senor. There is no need to be so disrespectful to the senorita.
I don't like to have to remind you people that I intervened with the Sundance Kid on your behalf. Doesn't that prove I'm on the side of law and justice?
That doesn't prove a thing. Why did you come to this town anyway?
To quote you, Jubal Cunningham, what business is it of yours?
Well, senorita, that's the way to tell him.
You are thinking the same thing I am, folks, and you're right. I say the Cisco Kid, Poncho, and Milo Normandy are all part of the Sundance gang.
Your town has come to a bad pass, senores y senoras. When it takes several gunshots to make you listen to reason.
The kind of reason that comes out of 6 guns?
Seems to be the only kind you understand, hombre.
And Cisco the one what make you understand it, sabe?
Are we gonna let a couple of saddle bums tell us how to run our town? No. I say let's tar and feather them and run them out of town.
Who will be the first to go against my guns?
Poncho's guns ready too, Cisco.
Before this goes any further, try to remember what the Sundance Kid said about burning the town to the ground unless I was here.
That proves we've been right, folks. And her siding with Cisco and Poncho proves they're part of the Sundance gang, too.
If you are foolish enough to believe that, hombre, nothing I can say will cause you to change your mind.
The only thing that'll change our minds is seeing you and your partner dangling from the end of a rope, hanging by your necks until you're dead.
I do not like what I see here today. You townspeople, with your eagerness to use the law of the rope, are a little different than the renegades who use the law of the dry gulch. That kind of law needs to be wiped out, no matter what the cost.
Even at the cost of your life?
If need be, even with my life.
Oh there. Where are we? Can you take the blindfold from my eyes now?
You're mighty anxious, ain't you, banker?
Oh, is that the Sundance Kid? Hey, is that you?
Yeah. Climb down off that horse.
Can I remove the blindfold now?
Take it off him, Gib.
Yeah. There now. Well, howdy, Sundance. I'm glad you let me come up to talk to you. I'm Jubal Cunningham. I own the bank in Cimarron.
We learned that from Tex when you told him you wanted to see Sundance. What's in your craw?
Rain to a halt, Gib. I'll do the asking.
Thank you, Sundance. I felt sure that we could talk to each other as businessmen.
Tex, Slim, unsaddle the horses and take care of them. This hombre may be here for a spell.
I got the idea we might do business, Sundance, after you, Gib Claxton, and your boys came to town last Sunday.
The day you first saw Milo Normandy and forgot about the church collection, Sundance.
I told you to shut up about that, Gib. That Gal still in town, Jubal?
Yes. She's reopened her brother's cafe and gambling hall.
Is that what you came up here to tell me?
No, of course not. I want you and your boys to do a job for me.
What kind of a job?
Rob my bank.
What? What, you trying to set us up for a dry gulch, you gimlet-eyed weasel?
No, listen to me, Gib. Please, Sundance.
Let loose of him, Gib. Hear what he's got to say.
Well, I've had unfortunate business investments. I lost money that belonged to the bank.
And to cover your losses, you want us to rob your bank so the depositors will think we stole their money.
Well, that's what I had in mind.
What do we get out of it?
At least $5,000. There'll be that much cash in the bank when you go to rob it.
I don't like it, Sundance. I don't trust this coyote. What do you think?
I don't know yet. I hear you accuse Milo Normandy and the Cisco Kid and Poncho as being part of my gang, Jubal. Why?
Well, you see, Sundance, Milo's brother, Duke Normandy, and I had, we had a falling out over some business.
That falling out cost him his life, didn't it, Jubal? He died of a bullet in the back.
No, I had nothing to do with that. I hope you see the soundness of my proposition, gentlemen. I wouldn't risk losing my life by double-crossing you, Sundance.
No, I don't reckon you would. I've been hearing a lot of things about your town that need cleaning up.
Like what?
The bank.
Good. Then you'll do it, eh?
What else?
Them hombres in town that have been hanging around Milo Normandy.
That includes every young cowpoke that ain't married. You gonna gun them all down?
I won't need to. I'll just get one of them. The others will take the hint.
And that one, the Cisco Kid?
When I'm finished with him, there won't be no Cisco Kid. He'll be dead.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, Cisco, that you stayed and helped me get started in business.
The townsfolk seem to have forgotten their anger towards you, Senorita Milo.
Not that banker coyote Jubal Cunningham.
He's the least of my worries.
I have been meaning to ask you, Senorita, what is the true reason for your coming to Cimarron? And do not tell me it was just to reopen the Golden Nugget.
No, you're right, Cisco. I want to find the snake who killed my brother.
And when you find him?
You'll find out how it feels to die from a bullet in the back.
The law of the six-gun is not the way of justice, Senorita Milo.
What happened? Why everybody gets so quieto sudden-like?
Everything went dead when that big hombre and his gang came in here. Who is he?
The Sundance Kid.
You yellow-livered polecat. I understand you're the Cisco Kid.
Out of the way, Senorita Milo. Poncho.
Cisco, those mavericks all around us. If you draw, they get you in a crossfire.
I'm calling you, Cisco. I'm here to kill you. Reach for your six-gun and make ready to die.
And with Cisco completely surrounded by the Sundance gang, there is little chance he can remain alive. In just a moment, we'll return to the Cisco Kid.
The setting is your house at breakfast. The cast, a family of happy, happy folks. Because look, there's a loaf of the new and extra tempting butternut wheat bread right in the middle of the table. And say, there's toast that really makes a breakfast a breakfast. This brand new bread is making a hit at every meal all over town. Just try butternut wheat bread and see if this isn't the finest thing that ever happened to a slice of toast or a big hearty sandwich for Dad's lunch. Yes, sir, try butternut wheat bread right now. Everybody's trying it. Everybody's saying the smoothest, richest, freshest wheat bread I've ever tasted. And say, here's extra good news. Just like Butternut's picture wrapper on white bread, Butternut Wheat has a picture of quality right on the wrapper, too. Not blue and white like Butternut White, but red and white. So look for the only wheat bread in the wrapper that lets you see what you buy before you buy. Butternut Wheat Bread in the red and white check gingham picture wrapper. No guess, no squeeze, no doubt.
And now we return to the Cisco Kid in our gripping story, Cisco Meets the Sundance Kid. Cisco and Poncho rescue Milo Normandy from the wrath of Jubal Cunningham and the townsfolk of Cimarron. Jubal enlists the aid of the Sundance Kid, Gib Claxon, and the Sundance Gang to rob his bank so he can cover the loss of the money he has stolen. Cisco learns that Milo is seeking her brother's killer as Sundance and his gang enter the cafe. The desperados surround Cisco to get him in a crossfire, and Sundance calls him, telling him to draw. Now,
wait a minute, all of you. Simmer down and listen.
Move out of the way, Milo. I'm measuring Cisco for a pint box and boot heel.
Without this pack of coyotes at your heels, you would not have the courage to look me in the eye, Sundance.
Professor, pound a tune out of that piano, will you? Pronto. I'm waiting, Sundance. I want you to dance with me.
You do not have to dance with this pack rat on my account, Senorita Milo. If he has anything more than the courage of a chipmunk, he will step outside alone and we will finish this gunfight.
You loudmouth jayhawk, I'll gun you down here now.
Keep your gun in your holster, Gib. Cisco's anxious to die. I'll accommodate him. Take him outside.
If you fight fair, Cisco not be the one to die.
I'll gunfight you fair and square, Cisco. None of my boys will take a hand.
Good enough. Come on.
I'm still waiting, Sundance.
The ladies first, Cisco. You'll have to wait.
And you're right to be mad at the Senorita Cisco. She not should act like this.
I'm saving the next dance for you, Cisco. It'll be your dance of death.
Sundance can't possibly miss you in this light, Cisco. Even the moon's on his side. What made you think the moon not on Cisco's side? You coyote Gib Claxon.
Never mind about him, Poncho. The barking of a jackal is...
Hey, Cisco, what that noise? What that noise, Cisco? What?
That hombre over in the shadows is calling someone.
Tex, you and Slim keep an eye on these two till Sundance gets here. Hey, you, over in the shadows. Who are you? I said, who are you, hombre? Speak up or this six-gun will start spitting lead.
Hold your fire, Gib. It's me.
Jubal? Jubal Cunningham?
Yes, Gib.
What do you want?
Let's get away from here so we can talk.
You ain't anxious to be seen with me, are you, banker?
Shh, now, please, Gib. You know I can't afford to be seen with you, Gib.
You can cut the whispering. No one can hear us. This is far enough. Well, what do you want?
Where's Sundance?
Over at the Golden Nugget with Milo Normandy. Like he said, first your bank, then Milo, then the Cisco Kid.
Were you with him when he robbed the bank?
Sure. We busted open the safe and took all the money, just like you told us to.
What happened to that brown envelope that was lying alongside the money on the top shelf?
You mean the envelope with all the IOUs you signed to Duke Normandy?
Then you did take it. And the diamond stick pin, where are they? I've got to have them back.
Got you worried, ain't it? You know, Sundance figured they'd come in handy, in case you ever stepped out of line. He'll be able to prove you murdered Duke Normandy.
Please, Gib. So, Sundance has the IOUs.
And the stick pin.
You know, Gib, I've been thinking it ought to be the Claxon gang, not the Sundance gang.
Me, the boss, instead of Sundance?
Why, sure, why not?
You're talking loco. I can't beat Sundance to the draw.
Why, you wouldn't have to. When Sundance and Cisco have their showdown, they'll kill each other.
What? How can you be sure?
You and I make sure. A bullet in the back for each of them, from your gun and from mine. In the confusion, nobody'll know they didn't shoot each other.
Yeah, I think you got something there. You hide in the alley next to the cafe. I'll be up on the roof of the commercial house.
I won't miss. You make sure that you don't.
You're a sly fox, Jubal Cunningham. You get the Sundance Kid. I already got a bullet in this gun of mine with Cisco's name on it. Too bad he'll never know who killed him.
Milo.
Yes, Sundance.
I hope you're dancing with me now because you like me, not because
I like you, Sundance.
Yeah, you sound like it. I was going to ask you, were you dancing with me because you like me or Because you didn't want to see me kill the Cisco Kid. I reckon now I know the answer.
Oh, my finger.
What's the matter?
You must have a pin under your coat lapel. I stuck my finger.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about it. I'm sorry.
It's sharp as a cougar's tooth. Let me see it.
Why,
It's a stick pin. A diamond stick pin. Where'd you get it?
What makes you think I ain't had it for a long time?
That pin was my brother's. It was his good luck piece. Duke Normandy would never give it up.
Supposing it was your brother's. I can explain.
You don't need to.
What the blue blazes? You're a savage little vixen, Milo Normandy.
Cold-blooded murdering skunk.
Ow! My hand. Bite me, will you?
I'm trying to tell you. I didn't kill your brother. I got the stick pin from an hombre. From an hombre who...
Sundance.
Come and get it, Cisco.
Senorita Milo. You did not have to trip the Sundance Kid, Senorita. I could have shot the gun from his hand.
This makes the second time tonight, Milo, you've kept me from killing Cisco.
But it doesn't keep me from killing you now that I've got your gun.
Senorita Milo.
He killed my brother, Cisco. That stick pin. That's the proof.
I told you I got the pin from an hombre.
His name, Sundance.
I ain't saying.
You're not saying because you did it yourself.
Senorita, I do not think he killed your brother. But he knows who did.
Just because you're holding all the shooting irons don't mean I'm going to tell you. Remember, Gib and my boys are waiting outside. The minute you stick your nose out of this cafe, they'll drop you in your tracks.
Sundance, I'll make a deal with you. You wanted a gunfight? You will have it.
Go ahead. I like what you're saying.
If you can kill me, well, that is the end of it. But if I shoot the gun from your hand, you and your hombres will leave town quietly. And you will tell me the name of Duke Normandy's killer.
Agreed. You made yourself a deal.
Cisco, no. Please, no.
I think you are enough of a gunfighter to live up to the agreement.
I'm enough of a gunfighter to live up to the agreement, all right. Only I won't have to. I'm gonna kill you. Where's Gib? Where's Gib Claxon, Tex?
I don't know, Sundance. Disappeared right after them two gunshots came from inside the cafe.
How's it happen you boys didn't come in to find out about that?
Gib told us to stay out here and mind our own business. The fight was over the gale.
And how come you let Cisco get away from you?
Oh, he was too fast. He broke away before we could stop him, Sundance.
I'll settle with Gib later.
Poncho is Poncho, not so fat. Can Poncho be able to break away and go into that cafe with you, Cisco?
All right, Cisco. Let's get it settled once and for all.
Say, sooner the better, Sundance. We will walk to opposite ends of the street, turn and fire.
Suits me.
Remember the agreement.
I will. You won't be able to. You'll be dead.
All right, everyone. Back out of the way. Off the street.
Adios, Cisco. Like I said before, this is going to be your dance of death.
Poncho not like this, Cisco.
Get off the street, Poncho. Out of the line of fire.
Santos, what's the matter, Cisco? What's the matter?
Keep walking.
Huh?
I think it is a dry gulch.
Hey, dry gulch.
There is an hombre on the roof of the commercial house.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
The next time he moves out of the shadows, I will try to shoot the gun from his hand.
And when you do it, Poncho, go get him.
Now!
My hand! Poncho, bring him back.
Madre mia, the Sundance Kid. Sundance, you badly hurt? Who shot you?
You did, you yellow-livered polecat. Talk about a fair gunfight.
I did not shoot you. Even though we are on opposite sides of the law, I would never shoot that.
Make room. Keep moving, you dry gulch and toad.
No, you're wrong. It's all a mistake here.
What is it, Tex?
It's Jubal Cunningham, the banker, Sundance. He's the wall-eyed weasel who shot you.
Jubal Cunningham, the banker.
You won't have to gunfight me to learn who killed Milo Normandy's brother, Cisco.
No, Sundance, wait. Now, there's a mistake here.
Who, Sundance? Who did it? The banker?
Yeah, I can prove it. And plenty more.
Here, the smoking patriot was trying to drag us to Cisco. Give Claxon.
You can't prove nothing. I ain't done anything.
If you hang, you hang too. He was in on this dry gulch with me.
Why, you...
Quieto! All of you! Quieto! There will be a trial by judge and jury for all these bandidos. The townspeople should know by now that mob violence is no substitute for justice.
See, just like these bandidos learn, they not can beat the law.
Adios! Adios! Gracias for everything.
Adios! We come back to Cimarron.
This is like the day you first rode into town, Cisco, and yet it's altogether different.
I am glad that you are riding part ways now that we are leaving town, Senorita Marlowe.
Poncho think Poncho right up ahead to see there not no bandidos or dragos. Go ahead, Loco. Go ahead. Go now. Go.
Hey, but Poncho, you know that
He knows, Cisco. He knows that I wanted to be alone with you. Oh there.
Oh, there, oh. How did he know that, Senorita Marlowe?
I told him, Cisco, because I wanted to tell you
Tell me what, Senorita Marlowe?
that I want... What I mean, Cisco, is... Oh, Cisco.
Oh, Senorita.
Cisco.
Si, Poncho.
And all those bandidos accuse one another at the trial, and they all get what's coming to them.
They will not see the light of day outside of a jail for a long time to come.
And that bank will pay for killing Senorita Marlowe's brother and for robbing his own bank.
He is no different than those other renegades. They are all alike.
There they be, Cisco. They all alike. Cisco, you tell Poncho how a train and a vaquero with a rope alike.
You mean a train and a cowboy with a rope?
See, how are they alike?
Well, I do not know, Chico. You tell me, how are a train and a cowboy with a rope alike?
They both got cow catchers.
Oh, Poncho!
Oh, Cisco!
¡Oh, diablo!
And so ends another exciting adventure with O. Henry's famous Robin Hood of the West, the Cisco Kid.
And while Cisco and Poncho ride away for another adventure, let's talk about an adventure in good, rich flavor. Have you tried butternut bread yet? Well, fellas and girls, next time you go to the store for Mother, you just try this. On those bread shelves, just pick up any loaf of butternut bread. Notice that picture on the blue and white check gingham wrapper. See how fresh and white and tender those slices look. Well, that's how fresh and white and tender you can expect it to be inside, too. You see, butternut shows you the quality inside from the outside. You can always be sure of the bread you like for tasty sandwiches, for crisp golden toast, for bread and butter at mealtimes. And something else, fellas, butternut bread is mighty good for you. It's enriched with a pack and parcel of quick food energy that you need every day. So join the gang now who sing out for...
Tut, tut, nothing but butternut bread.
Just look for the blue and white check gingham butternut wrapper with the picture of quality right on it.
Be sure to listen again for another thrilling adventure of the Cisco Kid. Cisco Kid was played by Jack Mather, Poncho by Harry Lang.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Join in the conversation by going to OTRWesterns.com/Discord. And don't forget to send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. This episode is copyright under the attribution, non-commercial, share alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and again, thanks for listening.